everyone. All right, so my name is Shivy Williams, and today I'm going to be making what's called lion's mushroom steak. So I have my lion's mushrooms here. So you can have like 3 big one of these for about a pound of them. Also, you might want to also make sure you grab you some vegetable oil, some barbecue seasoning of your choice. So I have that in my bowl here, some barbecue seasoning. I also have, this is a mixture of garlic seasoning, onion powder, and a little bit of sage, some salt and pepper. And I also have some plant-based butter. So for this, I'm gonna be using some grapeseed oil. So as you can see, I have my skillet here, my cast iron skillet, so I'm gonna be using that. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. So you wanna make sure you heat your oil up over medium-high heat. Make sure your oven is turned on to 420 degrees. Now, if you're using a convection oven, you can cook or heat your oven up to 400 degrees. So in this, I'm gonna place my lion mange mushrooms. You wanna make sure you cut the bottom flat, and I'm gonna stick it in here. And I'm gonna let this cook just for a few minutes. So make sure the flat end is down, and you're gonna cook the flat end for a few minutes. Now, once you've let your mushrooms cook for about 1 to 2 minutes, you're gonna take another heavy skillet. So I have a second, not as big, but it should work, cast iron skillet. I'm gonna place this on top of my mushrooms. So you wanna make sure all of your mushrooms, you might have to press it down, are gonna be pressed by this skillet, and you're gonna, and that's gonna sit on there for at least another minute or so. Now just make sure you press the pan down. You wanna get as much water out of your mushrooms as possible. I'm gonna take my skillet off and set it to the side. I'm gonna use these tongs. I'm gonna press, you can use tongs or a paper towel. I'm gonna cut my fire down just a little to heat down some. Press it down just a little bit more. Again, try to get the water out. Now, if you happen to see some water, you can wipe the water off. Now I'm gonna flip these around. You can see it's nice and brown. On this side. Now, if you need to, you can add a little bit more oil. You can also, because this is hot, take your pan, swirl the mushrooms around, swirl the oil around. Now, the mushrooms are going to also soak up the oil. So I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to mine. I am using grapeseed oil. You can use vegetable oil. A little bit more. I'm gonna swirl the pan again with the oil and the mushrooms. Mixing them together. Okay, and I'm gonna press just like I did the first side. Making sure, I'm gonna put this pan back on top. I'm gonna press this down. Now you're gonna kind of flip and switch back and forth about 5 to 6 minutes as you let your mushrooms cook. Okay, so the next step after you have browned your limeade mushrooms on both sides, we're gonna take our seasoning and we're gonna mix them together. So in this bowl is the barbecue seasoning. Here's some salt and pepper. You can do this however you would like. And then here is my sage, garlic, and onion powder. I'm gonna mix these together in this bowl here. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some over top of the mushrooms. And season nice and well here. I'm gonna take my tongs and I'm going to flip these. I'm gonna let cook on 1 or 2 minutes on each side. But as I flip them, if you need to add more grease to your pan, feel free to do so. And then I'm gonna season this side. Really nice brown looking mushrooms here. And then I'm gonna season this side. So, it smells kind of good too. Again, you can always add more oil, a little bit more oil to your pan if you need to. And you add as much seasoning as you would like. So we're gonna let this cook here. And if you need to, you can continue to press down on your mushrooms until they become lightly charred and crispy. So I have some of them on this side that's already lightly charred and crispy. So you can continue to do that. But you're cooking these on each side, just again for 1 to 2 minutes, or until you see the consistency that you like. And again, you may need to add a little bit of oil, so I'm gonna end up adding a little bit more oil to mine to make sure the seasoning sticks on there. Right, I'll be right back. All right, now, once you've gotten your mushroom to the consistency that you would like, the char, the crisp, you're gonna take that and you're gonna put this into your oven, which should be at either 420 if it's a regular oven or 400 if it's convection. And you're gonna let that cook for 10 minutes. I'm gonna set my timer so I don't forget. And you're gonna let that cook for 10 minutes. And then I'll be back after the 10 minutes is up. Hey everyone, okay, so once your mushrooms come out from cooking 10 minutes, you're gonna take them and you're gonna place them on your cutting board and you're gonna slice them. So you can see I sliced my mushrooms there. Now, for me, I'm gonna use some barbecue sauce for a seasoning. And I also have my vegan butter here, or plant-based butter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my plant-based butter, I'm gonna place it into my skillet. And if you wanna add a little bit more seasoning, you can, but this butter is going to season that pan, like help to get all that seasoning off the bottom of your pan. You want all that for the juices. Next, I'm gonna add in 4 tablespoons of my barbecue sauce. Now you can use whatever kind of barbecue sauce you like. I decided to try this Sweet Vidalia onion barbecue sauce. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my mushrooms into a bowl because I'm gonna take this sauce I'm making right now with all the seasoning from when we cooked it in the oven, and I'm gonna put that over my mushrooms. So you can put it on a plate, in a bowl, depends on how you're gonna eat it. And the butter I use, I'm gonna let this cook down some. I use 4 tablespoons of butter, but you can use less or you can use more, whatever your preference is. I'll be back with the finished product. Now, once you get your mixture to the consistency you would like, maybe like a nice little thick sauce, I would suggest adding the butter in as you go. So maybe do 2 teaspoons of butter. So I'm gonna take my sauce and I'm just gonna put it a little bit over here on my mushrooms. Okay. Again, add as much or as little sauce as you would like. And let that sauce soak right into those mushrooms. And I know this is hot, but I'm gonna try one of these with the sauce on them. I'm gonna turn my fire off. And here we go. So here is the mushroom with the sauce. That is delicious. All right, so if y'all try this, let me know how you like it. Now you may also want to try it without putting like the barbecue sauce, or maybe you create your own sauce. Let me know. But I do like this, and I'll be making it more often. And some of you might be saying, man, where'd you get those lion mane mushrooms from? I would suggest going to Google, doing a Google search to see who sells lion's mushrooms in your area. So here, I found it at one of the stores at Whole Foods. Not sure if the other one sells it or not. They may not. But I did do a Google search to see who had it closest to me. All right, you guys, so let me know what you think of the lion mushroom steaks. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day or evening. Let me know what you think. Bye, everybody.
Keep pushing on, things are gonna get better.